Hello, everybody. Good to see you here. My name's Joe Sunderman, and I would like to thank everyone for joining us at Cintas Center today for the 2013 Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. Tara Boothe from the class of 2006 is Xavier's all-time leading women's basketball scorer with 2,324 points. Tara, whose number 33 jersey is retired, was the first ever Musketeer to eclipse the 2,000-point, 1,000 rebound mark and still holds the Xavier single-season scoring record of 659 points during the 2004-2005 season. In the single scoring average record of 21.5 points per game during the 2005-2006 year. You talk about consistency, that's absolutely amazing. She led Xavier to 80 wins during her career at national postseason play all 4 seasons. She was named to the Atlantic 10 All-Conference First Team, an academic team, during her final 3 campaigns, and was honored as an honorable mention All-American.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tara Boothe-Smith.
I wanted to be close to home so that my family could see me play, and when I came over here for my visit, I fell in love with the school, the people, the players. Obviously I like the coaches, but them leaving wasn't what brought me here. Coach McGuff, again, I was like, oh, what's he gonna say? He said a lot, but he pushed me all the time to be better. And I think one of my first meetings with him, he told me, he was like, okay, I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm Kevin McGuff, and I'm never gonna be happy with you. So you just get that out of your head. Everything you do, I'm just not gonna be happy for 4 years. I was like, wow, I don't know. Maybe I should have thought of something else. I don't know, but that's what kept making me be better, though, was the fact that he wasn't like, okay, you did this, good job, we're okay with where you're at now.
Michael Davenport graduated in 1991. Michael was a 4-year starter and 2-time captain for the Musketeers. He helped Xavier to a 97-31 record and 4 NCAA tournament appearances, including Xavier's first ever Sweet 16 in 1990. He scored 1,172 career points, graduated with the Xavier record of 151 three-point field goals. It was named to the Midwestern Collegiate Conference All-Tournament teams in 1988 and 1991.
I'm blessed to have such great parents. They have taught me the value of hard work, honesty, and sportsmanship. My dad has always been in my Hall of Fame, and now he is in yours.
This man is truly my role model, and I've strived to be like him when the time comes in my life. Without further ado, I present to you my one-on-one opponent, my father, Michael Davenport.
I think the thing I'm most proud of is really the relationships that were developed here. And walking into the room, seeing all the faces, it was just amazing. I felt like I wanted to go talk to Sister about my class schedule, to make sure I get it right. Saw Dr. King, Dr. Flash Polar. It's amazing, all the folks and how close Xavier is. And you don't really understand it while you're here, but it's when you get away and you have some distance behind you that you can kind of appreciate what goes on. Father Graham, I remember being in his office and talking with him, or just walking around campus, and I think he knows everyone's name. But you don't have that at other places. I mean, this is a very special place in that respect.
Daniel Fraley graduated in 1986 as one of the most decorated Xavier baseball players in school history. Hailing from Fairfield High School, Dan is still among the top 10 in 7 major Xavier baseball offensive categories. He is the 3rd highest career batting average at 376 and ranks 3rd all-time for career home runs with 38. On March 29, 1986, he hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader against Dayton. He still holds a record for the highest single-season batting average at 456, which was good for the 11th best in the nation during his sophomore campaign.
This individual was the runt of the litter in his family, who always had to battle against his older brothers and bigger brothers. I'm proud to announce that Danny Fraley is the next inductee into the 2013 Xavier University Athletic Hall of Fame.
The last person, Larry Redwine, you just met, a great man. I was a 17-year-old coming here out of Fairfield High School, and you never know how your talent's going to translate from one level to the next. and we had a fall preseason. We used to have a fall preseason. I don't think they do any longer, but we played area teams, 20 games or so, and I hit .090. And .090 is not good if you're not familiar with baseball. And I was very discouraged. I was so discouraged I actually called the golf coach up and asked him if I could come out and try out. And Coach Redwine, he saw my disappointment, and he called me into the office and he told me my talent was never in doubt, that I could do whatever, that I set my mind to it, and all he ever wanted from me was 110%. He would tell me to run one more step in the field house. You guys do that? You know, it's 30 degrees at the bottom of the field house. When you get to the top, it's like 180. So one more was a lot. Run one more suicide, one more swing in the cage. He was always supportive, as well as everybody at Xavier while I was here. He was awesome, and I just wanted to thank him for that.
Angela Heinrichs, who graduated in 2004, was the first Xavier women's swimmer to win an Atlantic 10 championship. She won the gold medal in 2002 in the 100 free and still holds the Xavier record in that event with a time of 51.47 seconds. That same year, she won a silver medal in the 200 free and medaled again in 2004, taking the bronze medal in the 100 free. She earned all conference honors during the 2001-2002 year and was a nominee for the NCAA Woman of the Year Award and earned the Paul L. O'Connor Award, which is Xavier's top honor for a senior student athlete.
You have dedicated yourself to the academic, athletic, leadership, and spiritual values of Xavier's. This is a well-deserved award. Congratulations, Angie.
I want to thank my family. Obviously, they were a key part, not just in the 4 years I was here at Xavier, but throughout my swimming career. They were the ones who, before I had a license, were driving me to 5 a.m. practices. And I know that's not exactly when you want to be getting up as a parent either, let alone a young high school student. They were always there to support me. They made sure they missed a minimal amount of swim meets, whether that was grade school, high school, and even college. They were there for every Atlantic 10 championship I swam in. Their love and support really is what made me the person I am today, and I'm very thankful for that. So when I was announced, as far as getting into the Hall of Fame, my husband gave me probably one of the best compliments I've ever received. He told me that my 3 daughters have an amazing role model, and I truly hope that I can continue to be an amazing role model for them. And I hope that someday I get to sit in the audience and celebrate their successes. So thank you again to the university, and congratulations to everyone here today.
Doug Tegge became one of the most prolific offensive players in Xavier men's soccer history. Right away, as a freshman, he made his mark by scoring 6 goals. As a sophomore, guided Xavier from a worst to first finish. As a senior, he tallied 53 points and was All-MAC, All-MCC first team and honored as the MCC Player of the Year. He still owns 4 school records: most career goals with 51, most career points with 129, points in a season with 53, and goals in a season with 22. Upon concluding his Xavier career, he was selected with the 3rd pick in the National Professional Soccer League, drafted by the Dayton Dynamo.
I stand up here proud and honored to congratulate and introduce to you my big brother, Doug Tegge.
Real quick, I'd just like to go over a little story on how I ended up at Xavier. This is back in July of '91. And pretty much had given up hopes that I was actually going to play soccer in college. Set out trying to find a college to go play soccer at. Didn't really get recruited by anybody. And Chris Combs, the assistant coach at Xavier, was there watching. We had 2 guys on my club soccer team that had actually signed with Xavier, and he was there just watching them play. And wound up, I had a pretty good game, and after the game, he goes up to Dave Shirk, our goalie, and says, "Hey, where's number 8 going?" And Dave's like, "He's not going to play college soccer." Chris looked at him, "Really?" Next thing you know, Chris walks over to me and says, hey, you have any interest in coming to Xavier? I'm like, no, not really. And my mom's standing there, and she said, yes, he's very interested.
I'm always struck at the many lessons athletics has to teach us, and over and over again, their stories have taught us some of them. There are three that I think are especially important to me, perhaps to you. Robin helped us get a good glimpse into one of them. You know that there's God-given talent on the one hand, there's all the hard work in the world, 110%, the perseverance on the other. Either one by itself doesn't take you to greatness. You put the two of them together, and it certainly does. All of us have God-given gifts. They're all different. They're not the gifts that these people have, but all of us have them. So the question is for us, what will we work extremely hard at, 110%, give ourselves over to, so that the world around us might be a better place? The second lesson is something that all of the inductees here also evidence in a whole variety of ways. All the people they thanked all along the way saw something in them that was worth committing themselves to in such a way that they helped them discover something inside themselves that they didn't know was there, perhaps, and really nurture it, help it come alive in them, bring it out more and more. I'm reminded of Skip Prosser, late sainted coach here from Xavier University men's basketball, whose favorite quote was from Ralph Waldo Emerson. It went something like this, that all of our chief desire in life is to find someone who will help us get the best from ourselves. So how can we be people who will resolve to help others get the best from themselves, and in turn be open to the others who will help us get the best from ourselves, even when it doesn't feel like something we really want to do, you know? Third lesson, it is something that came through in all their careers as they talked as well, was that success is not a straight line, is it? You know, kind of winds around, there's ups and downs, you know, there's days where it doesn't feel much like success at all, where you step onto the basketball court your first time as a freshman and think, I can't play this game with them, you know, or something like that, you know. Or those times when you're looking back on your career wondering, you know, how was it that you got benched effectively, or you were the last guy cut, or something like that, you know? But somehow all of us, if we're really true to ourselves, keep going somehow. We find a way to pick ourselves up and keep on going. And so thank you for reminding us of all these truths, I think, because in celebrating you, we celebrate those things in the human spirit, really, that make us who we are, and inspire us to become better and better people, the kinds of people that God intends us all to be.